guys, this is Rosie. It's the week of October 15th, and this is C&G's Weekly Goods. For new releases, just in time for the James Bond movie, we have 007 Legend. And if you haven't played Doom 3 before, the Doom 3 BFG edition is also dropping this week. On the PlayStation Vita, Silent Hill Book of Memories is finally seeing the light of day. And on the DLC front, Sleeping Dogs and Borderlands 2 are both getting some downloadable love, with expansions this week. For next week, it looks like developers have made some room for Medal of Honor Warfighter, with Forza Horizon being the only other AAA title dropping next week. The biggest news that's still making waves from when it broke last week is the leak of Halo 4. Microsoft is now looking into legal action in response to the problem, and is also banning Xbox Live accounts of users found playing the game for a legitimate pre-release title play. It is a little bit unclear what actions Microsoft will take against players found with the disc, so we'll have to pay close attention to how this pans out as the release gets closer. Ubisoft is taking the Black Eyed Peas to court. Ubisoft is seeking $1 million over lost profit from a game that was developed for the group, but was never approved or disapproved. Ubisoft is claiming that the company that owns the Black Eyed Peas trademark was given 10 days to respond to the proposal and never did. The iOS game was purported to have cost $233,000 to make and was projected to make more than $700,000 in sales. On the topic of money, Obsidian's Kickstarter for Project Eternity has finished at over $3.9 million, making it the most successful Kickstarter for a specific game to date. To refresh your memory, the Ouya made over $8.5 million when it was being funded, which is one of the most successful Kickstarters ever. As the development cycle of games comes to an end, it's typical for developers to let go of some of their employees, as is the case with Lionhead Studios, who are letting go of roughly 10% of their operating staff after releasing Fable: The Journey. The company has stated that it has plans to hire more than 100 new employees over the next year across its UK studios. And staying across the pond with some somber news, Mike Singleton, the prolific video game developer who worked on games such as Space Ace for the Commodore, Carrier Command for the Amiga, and most recently Grid on current-gen consoles, has passed away at the age of 61. With a long history of titles, it's sad to see him go. But in more cheerful news, Comics and Gaming Magazine has met its fundraising goal for the Extra Life charity of $1,000. This is great news, and Caring and Gaming Magazine's lead fundraiser is none other than senior contributor Tim Ashdown. Good job, Tim, on raising more than $355 for Sick Kids Hospital here in Toronto. Of course, send us any questions or comments to letters@cgmagazine.ca, and we'll answer them here on the Weekly Goods or in the magazine. Our next issue of Comics and Gaming Magazine isn't out yet, but you can take a little sneak peek at the exclusive artwork we'll be using for the cover from the guys making PlanetSide 2. As always, check out the latest updates on Comics and Gaming Magazine's website for reviews and editorials. Alright guys, this is Rosie, and that's it for this week. Be sure to come back next week for another edition of C&G's Weekly Goods.